Hi, my name is Mia Klek. This is my senior honors capstone project and it is called 2020 Vision. This project was originally supposed to be a live performance performed by the musical theater class of 2020 here at Millikin University and Abigail Gabbert, who's an acting major. But unfortunately, COVID-19 is a thing, so we had to make some pretty big adjustments and now it's digital. This project is a reflection of the life of a musical theater major and how we grew as not only artists and actors, but also people. So with that, I am very proud to present my musical theater class of 2020.
Mackenzie Barnett, age 18. I'm from Spring Hill, Tennessee, and I'm really excited for, just to take classes in what I love to do, not have to do it after school 45 minutes away, and instead of math class, I get acting. How cool is that?
Hi, my name is Paige Boomer. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Leawood, Kansas, and the thing I'm most excited about college is to fully be immersed in the actor experience and learning every day about performing arts.
Emily Brandt, 18, from Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm looking forward to meeting new people and being away from home for the first time. I'm also really looking forward to doing what I love every day for the next 4 years.
Hello, my name is Katie Tchaikovsky. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Glendale, Arizona. The thing I'm most excited for about college is probably the chance to grow and learn in the field that I am most excited about, which is musical theater. I can't wait to learn anything and everything about the craft and performing, and I'm so excited about all the dancing I'll be able to do and the ability to get a dance minor, because I know not every university would have allowed me to do that, so that's really exciting.
Hi, I'm Trey DeLuna. I'm 18 years old and from Munster, Indiana. I'm most excited about growing as a musical theater performer so I can accomplish my long-term goal of being a professional actor.
Hello, my name is Cortez Emerson. I'm a musical theater freshman. I'm from Hannibal, Missouri, and I am 17 years old. I'm most excited about learning how to dance better in a musical theater style.
Hi, I'm Maura Folly and I'm 17 years old and I'm from Carbondale, Colorado. I am most excited about learning about theater every single day and meeting new people who are also passionate about theater.
Hi, my name is Margot Frank. I am 18 years old. I'm from Oak Park, Illinois, and what I'm most excited to go to college for musical theater is to grow as a performer and a person and expand my versatility.
Hi, I'm Abigail Gabbert. I'm 18 years old. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm most excited to find myself.
Hi, my name is Aria Hawkins. I'm 18 years old from Chicago, Illinois, and I am most excited to geek out about Sondheim.
Hi, my name is Peyton Humphreys. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Winfield, Kansas, and I'm really excited to become a better performer and just make lots of new friends in college.
Hi, my name is Maria Klek. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Rocky River, Ohio. The thing I'm most looking forward to about college is meeting new friends, having a fresh start, and the ability to shape and craft what I love the most into a career.
My name is Hope Klessig. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Brillion, Wisconsin. I'm most excited about making new friends and learning how to be a better performer.
Hi, my name is Kira Lamartine. I'm 18 years old and I'm from Donaldson, Iowa. I'm most excited to be getting graded for performing because that's insane. Also, I'm really nervous but also super excited about hurdles at the end of this year. So, fingers crossed.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily Long. I am 18 years old and I am from Decatur, Illinois. The thing I am most excited about is getting to know everyone and learn about theater with my new amazing family.
Hi, I'm Delaney Schmidt. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Frankfort, Illinois, and I'm really excited to come to college so I can make my passion my full-time career.
Hi, I'm Olivia Tharp. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Lafayette, Indiana, and I'm most excited about meeting new people and becoming an actor. That's it.
Okay, so I think that me, you, us sums up our freshman year. That's what I remember most. I remember Denise's movement class and Alex Miller's acting one class where he swore a lot and I was like, you can do this? Yeah, and I was like, wow, this is theater school.
Freshman year was for sure a whirlwind of a time for me. I think that was probably one of the most trying times of my life, was the nerve of coming to a school that I knew no one, I had no friends, I was really starting from zero. I joined Burlesque Underground, the burlesque dance troupe, my second semester freshman year. I got to do the dance concert, I got to be in the children's show. I would say that my biggest struggle was trying to figure out who I was because no one here was able to vouch for me or knew me ahead of time, so everything was a new experience and I always wanted to make a good first impression, which was really hard.
So my freshman year at Millikin, my favorite memory from that was being cast in Pipe Dreams' production of Nevermore. I'm so grateful for that experience. I made so many great relationships and I was able to study my craft while learning how to be an actor, like freshly learning the technique and learning what I was doing, and I was able to put that into my work. The biggest struggle I think I had my freshman year was not finding my place and not feeling like I fit in and not really knowing who I was as a person. Luckily, I didn't overcome that my freshman year, but throughout my years at Millikin, I've slowly found out truly who I am as a person and have strengthened my relationships with a lot of people, and I'm really grateful for that.
Freshman year was life-changing, I guess, in a word. But I remember on move-in day, it was my dad and one of my best friends in the world, Jordan, who moved me in, and I was okay. And then I think it took a couple hours and then it hit that, like, I'm alone. And that was hard. I learned how to really rely on myself as an individual, and I learned how to handle myself as an adult in a way that I never had to before. I also met Alaish during freshman year, and we're still together, and that was an amazing part of college. I don't know, I still think about the nice work dance combination like 3 times a week, probably.
Freshman year, Denise's movement class. We had just finished learning about scoring our monologues. Everything was fine and dandy, and today was the day that we present our showings. So I go into class, go upstairs, everything is fine and normal. We start off our day the way we start off every day, doing our Tai Chi, and in the middle of it, I realize I don't have my scoring, and it is on my bed in Blackburn. So what am I supposed to do? I strategize, and I spend the next 4 minutes that we have of doing this Tai Chi to plan out exactly how I get from Old Gym to the 2nd floor of Blackburn in 5 minutes or less. As soon as everything was over, I was like, hey Denise, can I run to the bathroom really quick? Thinking I was slick. I grabbed my shoes, I grabbed my keys, I grabbed my student ID, and I bolt all the way over to Blackburn, 2nd floor, run into my room, snatch my scoring off my bed, and run all the way back down the stairs. And I look out the door, and it is pouring rain. So, with the amount of time that I had left, which was constantly ticking, I just had to go back. So I ran all the way in the pouring rain and come back into Old Gym. I'm sweaty, I'm mouth breathing, I'm drenched. But I finally made it back in just in time for Denise to call my name for the showing. So So, moral of the story is remember your stuff and be prepared so that you don't have to over-prepare later on.
Freshman year was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I was cast as a swing in Nice Work my first semester here, and that was a roller coaster. I never thought that I would be in a main stage production after my first Unifieds here at Millikin, and it was a lot to take in. I had an absolute blast, learned that I loved being a swing, and just grew so much in that first semester that I knew that making the choice to be a theater major and come to Millikin was exactly what I was supposed to do. I was exactly where I needed to be.
One of my favorite memories from freshman year is getting to meet all of my new classmates and getting to hang out with them for the first time, and definitely pulling all of the all-nighters, trying to finish Acting 2 analyses, but I was always able to get through them because we hung out with each other, we bonded, and we supported each other through all of it and always helped each other out whenever we were struggling.
Enter a terrified little freshman who has absolutely no clue what she's doing and absolutely no confidence in her abilities. It was a constant question of, what am I doing? Am I meant to be here? Why was I chosen? Am I doing this right? Should I be doing what other people are doing? And it just became about taking everything day by day, learning that questioning is part of the whole learning process. And I met some of the most amazing people who I learned were also asking those same exact questions. And I don't think we ever stop really asking those questions.
Freshman year is going pretty well. People would describe me as quirky and cute. I really want to be sexy and cool, so I'm going to keep working on that. Some really great things that happened this year. I got to be in a show. I got into Unbit, which is like the sketch comedy fucking weirdo group. Really excited to see how that goes. I don't know how to talk to boys. That's okay. Klek keeps giving me advice. We'll see if I take it. I'm really anxious and so depressed, but I don't know how to talk about that. I don't know how to take a compliment. I don't really know how to do anything. I gained 30 pounds.
Looking back at freshman year, I realized that you felt like you were at a year-long summer camp rather than like living your life, like living a year of your life. I think it didn't hit really that like Millikin was home until second semester. First semester was really hard, missing home, missing friends. So freshman year in acting class, they say, make a choice, make it big, make a big choice. And so for the Emily monologue, for the final showing, I have a big problem with vulnerability. In my acting, I still do, but working on it. And freshman year, I had a really, really big issue with it. So I made the choice to happy cry. And apparently, out of all the choices, that was the wrong one.
Freshman year was rough because I was so involved in schoolwork that I kind of forgot about performing and why I was passionate about it. I did get to be involved in dissonance, which was really, really cool because I grew a lot musically for me. Also, Super Sidekick the Musical, great memory from freshman year. I helped show Hope around campus one day because she came late, and I remember thinking that we probably weren't going to be really close friends, but I was wrong. Freshman year ended and we did our hurdles, and I remember sitting on the steps of SAE with Cortez, and we were talking about how we were gonna fail ADS, and we were so scared to fail. Anyway, that's how my freshman year ended, with me being nervous, which is typical.
I think the word for freshman year for me would be adjustment. Obviously, you are moving from your home to college, but for me, this was my first move ever. I stayed in the same place my entire life, so it was a lot of adjusting, and with that came a lot of struggling. I immediately realized here that I was not like the other theater majors. I was very big into sports, and I usually hung out with guys, and they were all theater everything, so that was a lot for me to kind of take in. But I eventually found people in the theater program that I really connected with. My roommate Abigail, she helped me more than she knows freshman year. Megan Pender became one of my best friends, and I also found Tri Delta sorority that I gained a whole bunch of freshman year was my first glimpse of the outside world and independence and true responsibility, so it was pretty.
Year. What a time. I was a mess, just to sum it up, and I pulled about 3 all-nighters every week. I was in a pipe dream show. I was in Judith Crow's Horror Critter. In the acting 2 analysis, in combination with that, we would just be in Scoville every night till like 4 a.m. I remember one time I didn't sleep and I had a directing scene rehearsal at 7 in the morning. So I was like going just in my clothes that I'd worn yesterday. Ugh. And I was also on laundry practicum by myself, and bless Mackenzie Barnett because she would come with me at like 11 p.m., the only time of day I had, and would stay with me in the creepy costume shop till like 4 in the morning, and we'd walk back to Blackburn. So I will not say that I was not happy when that semester ended.
When I think of freshman year, I think of Dolson. Living in the dorms in Dolson was amazing. I loved being able to grow close to people outside of my major, whether it be through playing Super Smash Bros, playing pool in the lobby, or struggling over obscenely long honors papers. I gained a community. This year, I hurdled. It was amazing, but it was also full of an insane amount of work and a lot of sacrificing of time where I would otherwise have been building relationships. So I'm really grateful that I had the next 3 years to build on those relationships.
Freshman year was really exciting, and it was kind of everything that I wanted my college experience to be. So it was kind of my first time like branching out and partying and getting to be in a sorority and understanding what that whole experience was like and loving every moment of it. I felt like I was at summer camp. I felt like I was getting the education that I had always wanted, that I was searching for years and years. I learned so much within that first month about being a human being, being a college student, being an actor, being a performer, and I was really inspired. And I was really getting an experience that I never thought I was going to get. Freshman year was perfect.
One of my favorite memories from freshman year is when at the end of the year when we were hurdling and we were all in the lobby at AT and we were waiting to go in. That weird, competitive yet supportive energy, and I think like we all felt like throwing up, and I was like shaking. I was so nervous. But there was this moment when I looked around and realized that we all were supporting each other, and we all gone through so much that year, and we worked so hard, and this was like the accumulation of all of that, and it was a really special moment of realizing this bond that was made between the class.
You know, I always think sophomore year is so interesting in both high school and in college because it's the year that you start to feel like you know things, but you really don't know anything still, and you feel like you're like one of the top dogs, and you're still just a wee little puppy. Sophomore year, I was cast in Lizzie, and it was the best and worst thing. Mostly best. Worst thing because I had to learn how to be double cast, and that was really hard. I had a lot of self-issues with comparing myself sophomore year, but it was good. I needed to get through that. I needed to learn from it, and we came out the other side squeaky clean.
So sophomore year is definitely the year that I think impacted me the most at my time here at Millikin. I became an RA, living on campus for the first time while also in charge of a floor full of freshmen who are also living on campus for the first time. I wouldn't have traded the experience for anything in the world. I think that it was a really important step on my journey here at Millikin, and I'm really, really grateful that I did it. Academically and theater-wise, I went from the threat of potential redirection, let's just say that ADS 1 was not very kind to me, the next semester being offered the role of Meg Giry in The Phantom of the Opera. Meg had always been a dream role of mine, and Phantom had always been one of my favorite shows since I was a small child and first watched it on DVD, and it came at just the right time for me. It helped me know that I'm not going to give up the fight. I am going to do this.
It's kind of a blur because I was so stressed out about ADS the whole time. It was hard for me to actually enjoy acting classes and everything because I was always overanalyzing and overthinking every moment instead of just feeling the text and letting go. And that was a big area of growth for me sophomore year. Favorite memory from sophomore year has to be being involved in Lizzie. I felt like that was a space where I could just be myself, and it was so cool to be in a rock musical surrounded by these amazing women. And Phantom second semester was really cool to be in that show, especially when I threw out my back during Tech Week. That was really fun.
First semester, sophomore year, I finally got a surgery on my nose to fix my septum and open up the air canals, and changed everything. I was finally healthy again, and I could sing differently than I could before, and I could breathe differently, and it was awesome. Yeah, I don't really remember sophomore year that much, and I don't know why. What I do remember is music theory and ear training, because those classes were a mess. But I just remember struggling through it together and just having the best time with this hard subject, and just laughing and supporting each other, and that was just the absolute best, knowing that I could get through something so difficult if I just had my friends.
Sophomore year, what a time that was. I think that was a struggle year for me personally. First semester I saw the most growth as an actress, I think, for myself. I was proud of some of the work I did, and that's a really good feeling because it's really easy to self-criticize. I think one of my favorite memories from that year is SETC pre-screens, and Hope, Mia, and Michaela Larson and we all drove like 7 hours to Kentucky to this boondock town. We almost died. Michaela went into the other side of the road, and it was just, that was a good memory from that year. That year was also a great year of solidifying friendships.
To sophomore year, I kind of hit a plateau of growing and learning. And this is where my confidence really started to peak down, because I'm a perfectionist, and I think I don't give myself a lot of credit on how hard I work sometimes. So I think I was just always thinking that there was room to improve, but I didn't know where to find it. Second semester sophomore year was the first time I had ever been cast in a show. I was in Phantom of the Opera, and I was Meg's understudy, and understudying is kind of something that I love doing, and it was a really big challenge for my first show, and I had never done it before, but I loved every moment of it. I was in ADS too, and that was a great class. If I could go back and do that class again, I definitely would. It was really the time when I feel like I got musical theater comedy.
Sophomore year was another game changer for me. I was an RA in Blackburn, which was amazing. I loved having a floor of only women, because there's something about empowering young women that just really speaks to me. This is also the year where Emily Long and Katie Tchaikovsky and I became closer, because we were all RAs, and they to this day are, two of my bestest friends. Also was cast in my first main stage sophomore year, fall semester, in wintertime, which without that show, I don't think I would have become the person I am today. I don't know, I think it was just the first moment that I felt seen. I think I was really proud of myself sophomore year. I really grew. I became
sophomore year, I hate it. I think I hate Millikin. I just sleep a lot. I spend all my time doing homework. I feel insignificant and sad. My best friend is Peyton Humphreys. I did meet this guy. His name was Chris. We started dating. He's my first boyfriend. I'm really excited to see where it goes. We just drive around and go to Walmart, and he's the bright spot of this year. Yeah, it's been a tough one, but I got into London, so that's exciting, and really looking forward to seeing how that changes my life.
So my favorite memory is probably when me and Abigail Gabbert had the Kiki parade. Abigail Gabbert and I had the Kiki parade. It was sophomore year. It was after the Kiki. We took the balloons from the party, and we were in our full wardrobe. It was a full moment. We walked down the middle of the street, and we just walked all the way home singing "Let's Have a Kiki." Reminisce. Love it.
Big bad sophomore year. Wow, the hardest year, but I'm super grateful for one specific experience and interaction I got to have, and that was my second semester. I was cast in Mr. Burns, and the director for that was Sarah Crockerell, and after that experience, I knew I had just met one of the most influential people in my life, and I'm just so grateful for her. Everything was just really hard sophomore year, but we all overcame it as a class, and I think that's where I kind of started to feel an overall unifying theme within my class. Cried on each other's shoulders about things, we've laughed with each other, we've congratulated each other, and I feel like that's where I started to solidify my love for my class and solidify my love for what I was doing.
Sophomore year for me is Lizzie. Lizzie was the show I did at Pipe Dreams, which was the single-handed best experience I had at Millikin until second semester of senior year. I finally felt validated in my major, and I felt like things were finally starting to fall into place. I also lived in the woods, which isolated me from the majority of my friends that I had gained the previous year. It was really hard watching people participate in the sorority life that I always wanted, and I'm really grateful that I was finally able to join the community second semester. So I found a home in the big white house and the people who occupied it.
So sophomore year, spring semester, I found out that I had a polyp on one of my vocal folds. And this kind of turned my world upside down. I started questioning everything. I was like, should I even continue studying musical theater? Can I? Did I just waste a year and a half? And so I actually applied to a couple different programs for communication sciences and disorders. And I was going to study speech pathology. And I was kind of sad. I remember sitting down with Alex Miller, and he was like, I just want you to know that whatever decision you make is the right decision. And I was like, phew. At the end of the year, obviously, I decided to continue studying, and I'm so glad I did, because if I hadn't, I know that there would always be a little bit of me that said, you know,
yeah,
what
so sophomore year, we were not the best of friends at all. It was definitely the hardest year by far. First semester went well, but then second semester I had a professor that I did not see eye to eye with, and so that made it very, very hard to find myself and my voice, both as an actor and as a person. And then I also found it hard to accept my type. Millikin saw me as one thing and I saw myself as something else, which was just very hard to balance and accept. And so I felt like I was falling behind and I didn't know how to catch up, and the worst thing was I was falling out of love with theater. It was a hard year, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything for me. But the things that kept me going were my friends, my sisters in Tri Delta. Sophomore year was a pain in the butt, but we survived. We got through it, and here we are.
Sophomore year. It was a really tough year. A lot of emotions, a lot of struggles. That was the year that I felt like I was gonna fail at my major, and I felt like I wasn't doing anything right, and started off on acting probation and wanting to make sure I was still growing and learning, because the good things. I got to be an RA, and I also had my first relationship with a girl, and that was a time. A lot of soul searching, a lot of making sure that I was ready, and I can say that we are happily still together. We're going 2.5 years strong. And it really showed me that my friends and family are still by my side no matter what.
I'm thankful that I had a strong support system and that I was loved and cared for. But sophomore year ain't no joke. Sophomore year forces you to be more independent. It forces you to be on top of your things more. It forces you to go out and seek the resources that you need rather than having someone present them to you. But yeah, one of the biggest things that I learned sophomore year was that you don't have somebody holding your hand anymore. You have to learn how to fend for yourself. You have to learn how to take care of yourself. So yeah, I think sophomore year was where I learned to find my adulthood.
Junior year, mwah. Junior year was amazing. First semester, junior year, I got to study abroad in London, England, which was just the absolute best experience I could ever ask for. It was also where I met my one true love. He's